但以理第11章 The angelic messenger standing up to support and strengthen Darius. In the first year of Darius, the Mede stood up to support and strengthen him. The contents of the vision concerning the destiny of Israel, amen, related to the king of the south, Egypt, and the king of the north, Syria. And now I will tell you the truth. There will yet arise 3 kings in Persia. Then the 4th will gain great riches, more than of all of them. And once he becomes strong because of his riches, he will stir up the whole empire against the realm of Javan. Amen. And a mighty king will arise there, and he will rule with great dominance and do as he pleases. But once he arises, his kingdom will be broken and divided toward the 4 winds of heaven, but not to his prosperity. Amen. Nor according to his dominion with which he ruled. For his kingdom will be plucked up, amen, and given to others besides his descendants. Amen. And the king of the south will become strong, as well as one of his princes, who will grow in strength above him and have a dominant. His dominant will be a great dominant. 6. And at the end of some years, they will join themselves together, and the daughter of the king of the south will go to the king of the north and make a treaty. Amen. Treaty. But she make a treaty. But she will not retain the strength of her arm, nor will he and his arm stand, but she will be given up, along with those who brought her into the alliance, and him who begot her and supported her in those times. Amen. But a shoot from her roots will arise in his place, and he will come against the army and enter into the fortress of the king of the north, and he will deal with them and show his strength, and also their gods, with their cat's image, with their precious vessels of silver and gold. He will carry off into captivity in Egypt, and for some years he will refrain from the king of the north, and the king of the north will come to the kingdom of the king of the south, but he will return to his own land. But his sons will stir themselves up to war and will gather a multitude of the great forces, and one will come unrelentingly, relentingly, and will overthrow and pass through and will return and wage war, even up to the fortress of the king of the south. And the king of the south will be enraged and will come forth to fight with him, with the king of the north. Then the king of the north will rise up a great multitude, but the multitude will be given into the hand of the king of the south. Amen. When the multitude is carried away, the heart of the king of the south will be lifted up, and he will cast down tens of thousands, but he will not prevail. Amen. For the king of the north will return, and he will raise up a multitude gathered than the first, greater than the first. And at the end of some years, he will come unrelentingly, amen, with a great army and with much material. And in those times, many will rise up against the king of the south, and the violent ones of your people will lift themselves up to establish the vision, but they will fall. Then the king of the north will come and cast up a siege mount, 攻垒，筑垒 siege 捕获的垒 mount, and they capture the fortified 掳掠强固的城 fortified city, and the forces of the south will not stand, nor his choice people. Amen. For there will be no strength to stand. But he who comes against the king of the south will do as he pleases, and no one will stand before him, and he will stand in the beautiful land, and destruction will be in his hand. Amen. And he will set his face to come with the strength of his whole kingdom. And with him there will be terms of peace that he will act upon. And he will give the king of the south a youthful daughter to destroy it. Yet she will not be able to stand for him, but will be of no use to him. Then he will turn his face to the coastlands and will capture many, but a leader for his own sake will put an end to the reproach caused by him. Indeed, he will turn his reproach back to him. Then the king of the north will turn his face to the fortress of his own land, 宝藏, but he will stumble and fall and will not be found. Then there will arise in his place one who will cause an oppressor to pass through the splendor of the kingdom. Yet within a few days he will be broken, but not while venting his anger, venting his anger, nor pursuing battle. Amen. 21. Then there will be arise in his place a despicable person, 卑鄙的人, despicable person, to whom the honor of the kingdom will not be given, but he will come in a time of security and will seize the kingdom by smooth and cunning words. Cunning and actions, and the overflowing forces will be flooded over before him and broken, even also the prince of the covenant. Amen.